Get from here.
Alright, good evening everyone. I'm freeland1787. I run Castlevania games, specifically Castlevania 1, 2, and 3. But we're going to be running the third game and the Alucard route for this game. Of course, we're going to start things off. We don't want to root for cancer, so we're going to change the name from GeoCancer to Game Over. Just for fun. Alright. After the name screen, we have a little cutscene to start things off. Trevor Belmont, the main character of the game, is praying in front of a church before... So the game will start right now. So this is Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse for the NES. This game is very similar to Castlevania 1 in the style of gameplay. It is a linear stage-based platforming game in which jumps are both committal. When the jumps are committal in this game, and stairs also suck. Where Castlevania 3 takes a step forward from Castlevania 1 is Castlevania 3 has its own choose-your-own-adventure style game. Different sets of stages, characters you can recruit to help you along the way, and also the sub-weapons are also more powerful in this game. For example, this holy water right here is the preferred sub-weapon for the majority of the run itself. So after picking it up, we're going to hit candles and enemies with the holy water in order to build up a shot multiplier, just like in Castlevania 1. We're going to try and build up a triple shot in stage 1 in order to quick kill the boss at the end of the stage, although a triple shot isn't necessary for the completion of this run, as I'll prove later on. Stage 1 for the most part is pretty trivial, not much from a challenge standpoint from platforming. Most of the resets come when you're missing by just a fraction of an inch, or missing by a pixel or two. So now we got our double shot. We don't want to hit too many enemies with it because might risk losing the triple shot on the screen. So we're gonna. This is a new route through the screen. We're gonna hit these take damage boost from the Fleaman, and then hit them with holy water. And it saves roughly 15 frames of the old strat. But it also risks the potential of the triple shot drop if you get too many hits with the double shot multiplier. Now we're closing on the end of stage 1. This boss, for the most part, isn't very difficult, especially when you have triple shot holy water. Watch how fast it goes down. And at the end of this game doesn't offer much from the celebratory poses, but you can't. But one of my favorite end of stage poses is doing a campfire, or in this case, a double campfire throw. There'll be one more stage we'll get to see that on. It'll be stage 7. So now, the gimmick for Castlevania 3 had the differing pathways. We're not taking the Grant route, so we're going to take the lower route into the forest, which adds a couple additional screens to stage 3 versus the clock tower route. Neither screen is particularly difficult. Although the game does see a difficulty spike on the very next screen, although it's more because of the platforming than the awkwardly placed enemies, which is a common theme throughout this game. So now we're linked into 3-1. Here comes the first run killer, the owls. The major two things you have to worry about is getting knocked into a pit, as well as sub-weapon drops. This game will drop sub-weapons, especially ones you don't want. After you kill a certain threshold of enemies, we were lucky and the owls did not drop a single sub-weapon. And of course, right on cue, there is an axe drop from the Fleaman. So fortunately, I was able to see that one coming. So now we're going to clear through section 3-2, which is basically just damage boosting off the bone pillars. And at the end of stage 3, we're going to pick up the meat in this breakable block, because stage 4 is the nightmare when you have low health. And it's mostly because of the first screen of stage 4. Once again, we're at a branching pathway. If you take we're taking the Alucard route, which is the only set of one of two runs that would take the swamp stage 4, as opposed to staying in the forest. And this is why stage 4 is very reset heavy stage. We got randomly spawning frogs, and I'm not playing this stage very well. Had to take it a little bit safe there, to ensure I didn't take... Although I probably lost more time than extra knockback. But the frogs can definitely be a problem when you're entering with, in a normal speedrun, 2 or 4 health. Going in, and the damage that you take on the stage is worth 3 visible bars of health. Another gimmick in Castlevania 3 is how damage goes in this game. It's the same as Castlevania 1. The damage you take is fixed no matter how you get hit. And it scales up based on the stage you're on. So in stages 1 through 3, you take 2 damage per hit. Stages 4 through 7, it's 3, and then 8 through 8, it's 8 through 10, it's 4. So once again, things that you kind of might not have noticed, I picked up an axe candle on the last screen. That is on purpose to intentionally reset the multiplier for the holy water down to 1. We're gonna build up a double shot and carry it all the way through the end of stage 9. And that's to manipulate a triple shot on a different sub-weapon in the final stage. So we're coming to the end of stage 4, and we got this bat boss right here. Very easy boss, probably the easiest boss in the run. Just hit it with the weapon, it breaks apart. Once it becomes vulnerable again, you whip him again. Repeat that process until it's dead. So now we're finally into stage 5. Stage 5 is where we're going to pick up the category namesake character Alucard. So we're going to manipulate this fireman to make sure that his flames are off the screen when we want to jump down. And that is to set up a damage boost later in the stage. That takes about half your bar health in one hit. Biggest thing to worry about on this stage is sub-weapon drops. Sub-weapon drop will cause you delay, and of course a bad sub-weapon pickup will add minutes to your run. Alright, I'm gonna slow play this because I was off time on that stage. And it's better to be slow than lose your run to something silly. Alright, so we're gonna take the upper route here. Requires you to have full health entering section 5-4. To do it, because we're going to take a damage boost off the spike platform. The damage is half your bar of health. Otherwise, you'd have to take the lower route and damage boost off the fireman. So this is a new addition. Used to stun that fuzzball with a standing holy water throw. Instead, we just delay it with a holy water toss. So now we're moving on into the mid-stage boss fight, which is Alucard. He's testing our skills before he will join us. The AI is pretty similar to Castlevania 1, except a lot easier to kill. He just teleports, moves around, shoots fireballs. But you can kill him in 2 cycles. 2 cycles very easily. Like that. Of course, the key is getting 3 whip hits on the first phase, as well as the holy water. Toss to remove 6 bars of health, and then you're easily set up for the second cycle. So now we've impressed Alucard in combat, and he wants to join us. Of course, we're going to take him with us because these upcoming stages are borderline impossible to play without him. And of course, Alucard is very useful from a movement perspective. Maybe not so in combat, but definitely for doing some fun skips. So now we're moving on into the back half of Stage 5. We're going to start it off with a blob boost. Not nearly as time-saving as the one from Castlevania 2. And it doesn't kill your run, like, have run-killing potential like the CV2 blob does. Let's do it. I'm going to get bad pattern there, which means I can't take an extra damage boost in the... Okay, that's fine. Knew I was off on that boost, that's okay. Got stuck on the stairs. Also, that's fine. So now we reach our third and final branching path. Take the choice of staying on the upper path and finishing out Stage 5 or going to the Sunken City Stage 6. It's actually faster to continue Stage 5 than it is to go to the Sunken City. So we're going to transform the Alucard here because the bat moves faster than both Trevor Belmont and Alucard can walk. We're going to skip most of the stage by just flying past it. And then for boss fights, we're going to switch back to Trevor Belmont because Double Shot Holy Water is still broken. Alright, I got the good pattern. Then go all the way to the left. Alright. So after the fight, I switch back to Alucard because we need him for movement purposes. And Alucard, and we're gonna see the advantages of having Alucard in his bat form starting in Stage 6, in which you can actually clip through blocks when you damage, if you can damage boost high enough into the block. See you at the end of the stage. I'm gonna pick up the stopwatch here because why not? It also allows me to pick up an extra heart in the final stage. Once again, we're going to use Alucard's bat form to skip sections of the game, otherwise difficult sections. These stages were pretty much tailor-made for Alucard's skill set. Although there's nothing preventing you from just going Trevor only this route, but the Trevor only route takes the upper path in Stage 3. I want to grab both of these big hearts so I can skip through most of the rest of this stage. And now we're going to set up a damage, what I was referring to earlier at the start of the stage, a damage boost to clip through the blocks like that. We're going to also pick up meat here for safety. We're going to do another clip here. And hopefully not get hit. Alright, we're good. The Stage 6 boss is Frankenstein. We're going to use Alucard because it's faster, and we got a lot of health. But basically, sometimes if Alucard has multiple fireballs hit, it will damage the boss twice. Alright, that was a pretty decent Frankenstein fight. Didn't get the best RNG, but I'm okay with that. But it did do a double hit during the fight. The more double hits you have, the more damage it does, and the faster the fight goes. So now we're past Stage 6. We probably go to the Gatekeeper. Stage 7 is the Gatekeeper of the Run. It is a 5-minute stage in which you only have 1 bar of health to work with, even though there are 2 places you can pick up meat. Right before the 2 bosses. Midway and end the boss. We're going to take this screen safe. I'm not going to damage boost through here, because the extra bar of health is more valuable than the 5 seconds I would save going through it. So we're just going to wait for the acid bubbles to open up a pathway for me to fly through. This used to be the speedrun strat until about a year ago, when Chambers found a faster way to do this screen. Okay. Didn't get hit there, that's fine by me. Or there, I didn't get hit there either. Although we're a little bit short in hearts. But that's okay. Better to be short in hearts than health in certain places. Okay, Okay, I did not make that. I almost didn't make that damage boost, but at the end of the day we did, so that's the important part. Alright, so we're gonna skip this screen right here by just flying through. Got 13 hearts, which is a little bit short than my normal number, but it's only by 1. Oh, bad blob boost. We're gonna kill the skeleton because we're gonna have to pick up that big heart over there. Heart management is an absolute critical part of completing stage 7. So remember the stage 4 boss, he's back. And I didn't execute the kill correctly, unfortunately. Although I'm getting pretty good patterns. Alright, one hit's not the worst. One hit is not the worst thing to happen. I normally have 8 health leaving the bat boss fight, so we just play the game as normal. So once again, same thing as stage 7, basically heart management. Oh no, that's not good. Unintended consequence of a bad screen. I'm low on health and I'm... Oh no! That's bad. That's really bad. That's one of the worst places you can die. I don't have enough hearts to actually shoot up all the way as a result. So we're gonna have to let these blocks fall down for a little bit and not take damage. I think this is high enough. Okay, this is definitely not high enough. And we're dead again. And not only did not was only a death very punishing, I also lose Alucard, Simon Belmont's double shot holy water, which is an absolutely critical part of the run. So if I die again, I might take an intentional game over. And unfortunately, I can't stop getting hit. We're gonna take a game over. It's easier for me to start the stage over than try and figure out what to do at that point. So we're gonna be going through this. It's gonna take another 5 minutes to get through here. But I do know where there's a backup holy water in this game. Oh. Let's see if we go for the clip. Nope. Wait, no. Women's not in the right spot for that whip upgrade's not gonna be available by the time I can get through those blocks. So once again, it's switching. We're gonna pick up a whip upgrade here, switch to Belmont, and we're gonna play stage 7 as Trevor Belmont for the most part. Alright, so that candle right there is where you get the holy water. Oh, wrong button. See if I can transform quickly. Nope. We might be overestimating at this point. Okay. Oh wait, no, I forgot to. We'll fix that on the next screen. Fix that problem in 7-4. We're gonna fight the bat boss as Trevor Belmont. We're also gonna avoid taking damage. Guarantee you the worst of it will be over when stage 7 ends. Okay, we're gonna switch back to Belmont because we didn't pick up the final whip upgrade either. Okay, that blob dropped the whip upgrade, which is fine. Oh no. Some blobs deserve to die, and this is a fun way to do it. The holy water will actually burn through blocks. I need to make sure I have enough hearts to get through this stage. Okay, once it gets high enough, I'm gonna throw holy water. Okay, we got one bat left. Get back here. That bat is not behaving. Also, I'm not lining it up correctly either. Alright, there we go. Oh, I just realized I have 5 hearts. That's not good. We're in the same position as we were earlier. I'm gonna switch back to Alucard because it's a little bit faster. Fly. I'm gonna make sure we don't get struck by blocks. Let's head left. Now fly up. Alright, we made it. Somehow. It was that skeleton that ruined the first attempt. So I had to at least deliver some form of payback. Alright, another nice trick about Alucard's ability to transform bat is Alucard has invincibility frames during the entire transformation animation. So we use that. So I use that. So we use that to keep the birds from hitting you. Birds die on, or program to die on collision. I'm gonna grab a couple more hearts. We do not have enough hearts to do the skip in 7-6, so we're gonna have to deal with the Medusa heads. Which is fine. We just try to just elude them just a little bit. We're also going to try and work up a double shot multiplier in the upcoming section, because we need at least a double for optimal boss kills. So we're going to switch to Belmont pretty early. Oops. Did not want to throw a holy water there. Heart management is critical. We need at least 11 hearts to do ideal boss strats. Okay, we're at 9, 10. Actually, I may not have enough. We're gonna have to take the upper route as a result. We need the left route of the auto-scroller to get the extra heart. Okay, so 2 for the mummies, 3 for Cyclops, and that would leave me 5 for Leviathan, which is not enough. Unless I wanted to do a 3-cycle kill. Actually, let's go for that. I'll go for a slower kill. Alright, we're gonna wait for these flying gargoyles to spawn in before heading for the stairs. A little bit short in health, but that's okay. Well, not health, but hearts. Just have to make better use of the whip here. So now we're entering stage 7 boss, which is the same in both routes. Evil Spirit Flame and 3 coffins. Okay, so we got... Gonna revert to an old strat here. To take care of Cyclops. Once you get to the boss, that's when the easy part of stage 7 is, unless you're low on health. This is gonna be a 3-cycle. Alright, the worst of it's over. Stage 7 is literally the run killer. 10 all run killers in regards to this game. So we're gonna switch back to Alucard. Which was a bad decision on my part. Because now I can't grab the first candle in the next stage.
Do we have a second for a quick donation?
Absolutely.
Perfect. So we have got a $10 donation. Now back to you.
That was quick. Nice thing about Alucard only being able to use stopwatch as a sub-weapon is all the other sub-weapon candles turn into hearts. we're gonna once again skip a section by using Alucard's ability to transform the bat and fly through it. And we're also gonna exploit the ability to click through blocks with that transformation. In fact, there are 2 places you can do it. Right here. First one is right here, with this skeleton bone boost, similar to Stage 5 in Castlevania 1. You want a low axe? Nope. You can just reset by going down the stairs. Do not go off the stairs until you get the right pattern. This is my advice for that screen. We're gonna switch to Trevor Belmont for the fight for death because, well, we've died enough already. Alright, let's get past this section so that way the falling blocks don't create more lag. Alright, with 8 hearts, we're going to switch to Trevor Belmont. Again, we have double shot holy water. Bosses don't stand a chance. We're just going to burn holy water on this block while Death's Sprite passes through it. And fail to kill, we're going to... That was a bit of a mistake, but better not to get hit, I guess, after how Stage 7 went through. I'm taking all those silly hits. Alright, here comes Stage 9. An otherwise difficult stage, but when you're playing as Alucard, not so much. We're going to switch back to Alucard for this. Here, the first room in Stage 9 is probably one of the more difficult rooms. Because you got birds dropping Fleeman. I'm pretty sure you've seen this movie before. Of course, Alucard's multi-directional fireball attack is very useful for dealing with these Fleemen. Although Trevor Belmont's Holy Water would also be a good way to deal with them. Oh. Very sneaky. The game was very sneaky right there, spawning a Fleeman where I couldn't dodge it while in the bat transformation. So we're going to be low on health, which means we got to do Section 9-2 a little bit slower. Do a little stop, a little pause right underneath the first crusher, and that's to set up a favorable pattern with the other set of crushers and the spike platform, so you can go through clean. This room is one of the hardest rooms in the game, unless you're playing as Alucard and you can skip it by turning into the bat. I'm gonna fly over that Axe Knight to avoid damage and grab the big heart because we need at least 16 hearts exiting 9-3, which is an auto-scroller. Chop down if you have any donations. That'd be a good time for them. Collect hearts in the middle of this auto-scroller. Let's try and beat the Buzzball to the spot. This auto-scroller is a chop-down style. Basically comes down in segments as opposed to more of a fluid action like other auto-scrollers in this game. Okay, there's a stopwatch drop, which is actually quite helpful in this situation. Take the stairs, and it's supposed to gain the big heart over there because we got plenty of hearts. We are going to pick up safety meat. On the screen, bottom right corner, is a breakable block that has meat. That's all the wall meat means. And we're going to, once again, use Alucard's ability to fly to skip a very dangerous section in the game. Okay, that bird was no match for me. Much for my wits, so we'll now move on to the section. We're going to skip this section. This is a Medusa head flying section. But it's not a very difficult section since their Medusa heads are easy to dodge. We're going to switch back to our Belmont because once again, Double Shot Holy Water is OP. And we're also going to be able to stun lock the... Good thing I picked up the meat. Basically using the Holy Water and Whip to stun lock the Doppelganger boss before it can do anything against you. If you don't have Holy Water going into Doppelganger fight, you have to do the cheese kill of switching back and forth, and that just takes too long. So now we're into stage A. This is why we have the double shot, as opposed to triple exiting stage 9. We're gonna play this out very safe. Basically, kill this guy, get the triple shot drop, and then pick up the axe and do it. And voila, triple shot axe. Without having to build it up with the axe sub-weapon, since the Holy Water did all the work. Alright, so now we're starting with Stage A, with the music creating a sense of urgency. Not only that, Stage A begins with an auto-scroller after the first screen. We're going to once again use Alucard's ability to skip through sections. Otherwise tough sections. We're going to switch to well, we're going to be taking the slow strat in A2. And the auto-scroller, I stay as high as up to the screen to try and minimize the amount of lag because you got moving sprites and Medusa heads. Since I took an extra hit in the auto-scroller from the Medusa heads, we're going to have to also pick up meat. Oh, that's not good. Actually. Okay, I got away with it. I was able to manipulate the spider, although that spider could be a problem. Especially if it drops down near here. I'm gonna take a hit, get out of the skeleton's way, and then kill it. Got more than enough hearts to deal with Dracula. We're gonna be able to tank one hit. Otherwise. I'm gonna fly all the way to the door because I have extra hearts. So we're gonna grab hearts for Alucard. You need at least 26 hearts to do the optimal Dracula fight. We're gonna have 31. And we're gonna switch to Belmont for optimal Dracula kill, and also because Belmont versus Dracula is basically the story lore throughout Castlevania. This is a 2-cycle. Oh no! That's not good. Dracula owns me to... Dracula's been owning me of late. And of course he claims victory there. Oh. That spider definitely waited until I picked up the meat. Wait, why did I pick up the meat? I had full health. Dracula's been having some fun at my expense at this game. Of course, we're gonna farm a double shot axe. Because you can use the double shot axe. The double shot axe, you can still do the optimal Drac strats, but we're gonna... Although we do not have enough hearts to go right away, so we're gonna have to farm up and down a couple times. The big heart at the bottom of the grand staircase leading into Dracula. Okay, so we're at... I believe we're at 3 hits. It takes about 10 hits to force a multiplier drop. So we're gonna farm until we have about 25 hearts at the bottom, and then go for and then go after Dracula. Small heart candles are the only type of candles that can drop multipliers, and that's once you get enough hits with your sub weapon to get a drop. All right, we're at 27, so we're gonna go towards Dracula now. As I said, you only need 26. We'll have 33. The drag fight's basically the same. And of course, I could try 1 cycle because that's how it always works with these type of things. Oh. Started phase 2 a little bit early. but it was still a good kill nonetheless. Phase 3. This is the most challenging boss fight in the game, if you ask me. And this is going to be a 2-cycle, because I did not get the optimal 1-cycle setup. We're just going to basically bait out his lasers and throw axes at his head. We don't want to go too slow, because that will cause the 3rd cycle. We don't want that. Every extra cycle that you do is 11 seconds. Alright, there we go. Alright, time will be when I pick up the orb at the end and the music plays. So, time. Alright, let's see how that works. Eh, we made an underestimate. Barely, but still.
Underestimate is underestimate.
Yeah.
That was an awesome run.
I just wish Stage 7 wasn't a... Well, Stage 7 is Stage 7, everyone saw why. You make one mistake in that stage and you lose minutes.
Exactly. I mean, you beat it, I couldn't, so you definitely have that going. So, yeah, you definitely made